Hey, Trey, Vashti here with Carolina Blitz. I've been asking everybody this. You are the energy guy, and that's kind of been a role that you've naturally embraced. Can you just talk about KK mentioned you as one of the guys who helped get the team going without fans. Can you talk about that element of the game Sunday and generating your own energy?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows I don't lack the part of having energy, but I think it's very important to distribute it through the team without having fans there to pump us up. It's important that guys come together. Go back to almost like high school. Go back to Pop Warner when you're really just pumping each other up as teammates and happy that each other are making plays and you're feeding off each other's energy. And for me, I got to do it. It's my job. And to get the guys going, and guys have been doing great in practice. You got to do it in practice first before you can do it in the game. So guys are running around. They're finding ways to distribute the energy, and I'm loving it because that I think is very important for Sunday's game.
Trey, this is Miles Simmons from Panthers.com. What are your general impressions of the Raiders receiving core, and how tough is it to scout them when they've got two guys who are rookies who look like they're about to start?
Yeah. We watched last year's film, and you want to try to put them in places that you'll manage to see them in during the season. Hopefully they'll put them at this position. Okay, I see them running this route. But I think they have two dynamic players that we've been able to key in on. Of course, 13 and 83. With those guys, they've been there, so we're allowed to watch them and just pick up on techniques. Now, of course, the young guys, we go back in college film and watch them a little bit. You want to see what their techniques are. We want to see how can we attack them. And for us, it's all about knowing what we're doing first. We're a team that we have to come together. We got to know what we're doing, and while we're scouting them, we just got to play ball and allow the game to come to us.
Hey Trey, Jason Huber with WFNZ. You guys had the captains voted on today, and Matt Rule said that the veterans had a little more weight on their votes. Could you just kind of explain what went into your votes for the captains?
Yeah, just asked us to vote for the captains, but we just voted for the captains. Guys who help lead us, guys who we felt we need to put in the position so guys can take them up a notch and listening to them, really feeding into those guys. And I think it's good. I think there's guys on this team that are captains that guys will be able to listen to now. They got to see on their patch, the patch on their jersey, and guys are now seeing, okay, everything I'm listening to from this guy is going to be great information. So I think we did a good job of voting for our captains because those guys are going to definitely step up for us.
Hey, Trey, we know, we've been told that you guys are working through some kind of big picture social justice plans. Just wondering, though, for game day, are you planning to kneel? Are a bunch of guys planning to kneel? Could you kind of go through that?
Yeah. So we have a meeting tomorrow on that, and we'll talk about it all. For us, it's all about doing things together as a team. And even if we don't do it together, we want guys informed. We want guys to know that nothing's a surprise and feel comfortable whether they make a decision to do it or not. And, that's what guys are going to do.
Trey, just going off that kind of in a similar area, I know guys had the option of putting a sticker on the back of their helmets or something with someone's name or saying, have you chosen anything for that?
Yeah. Mine is Black Lives Matter. Of course, it's something important to all of us. And guys will have different names on there. And guys, hopefully they're allowed to change up names if they do have, a few. But I think it was, something neat that they said we can do, and guys are willing to do it. Guys want to.
Hey, Trey. Jonathan Alexander. Hope you're doing well.
You too, bud.
I'm curious, what do you think has changed that has allowed players to feel more comfortable to share their voice and to speak out for issues such as what everyone's fighting for?
Yeah. I think first with, now we're in a space 4 years later where people aren't getting in trouble. They're not getting called out for it as if it's wrong. They're not seen as troublemakers. There's no retaliation versus the people who are speaking out because we're speaking out in numbers. Everybody's seeing what the problem is. 4 years later, we're still having the same issues. We kind of got to the point where we see what the issues are, and if you don't support them, you're kind of outing yourself. So I think throughout the years with the no retaliation, guys have been able to band together and get their message out. It's just like with Kaepernick. We said for a long time it wasn't about the flag. Well, if you still believe it's about the flag to this day, and there are people who believe that, then you obviously see what side they're on when we've explained ourselves for 4 years. So I think, being able to, with time, the people who were on the wrong side are finally seeing that they're wrong. So I think it's helped with time.
Tre, you played a year in Los Angeles, or I think was it Los Angeles then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then Arizona. With you playing the AFC West this year, could you just talk a little bit about what kind of that mental toll, if any, that goes into a West Coast team coming onto the East Coast for a game?
Yeah, I think, knowing that, they come from the West Coast, what time of game it is, you want to hope to take advantage of stuff like that, especially like this weekend. And for us, it's still a game at the end of the day. I've been fortunate enough to play those guys. So more than time, just knowing what they like to do, what the team's goods and bads are. And for us, it's all about, again, we're a young team. We've just gotten together during training camp. We got to make sure we take care of us. We got to do our 111 and allow the rest to come to us.
Right, given you guys
again, what have you seen from Dante Jackson in terms of his growth over the course of this offseason and training camp, and how do you feel like he will perform for you guys this year?
Yeah, I expect DJ to step up for us big time. I've seen it week in, week out, day in, day out, the work he's put in from the film room to how he's coaching up the younger guys, just him being coachable to the coaches, allowing the young guys to see a guy like him being coachable, so it allows them to be more comfortable in techniques that coaches might be asking of them. And I think, I think DJ's on the uprise right now. He had a season that he feels like he needs to come back and dial in. And I think he has that season now because of how focused he is.
Hey, Tre, David Newton here. What do you hope to learn these first few weeks from their secondary with Derek Carr? Then you got Tom Brady on top of that, and everybody knows what he can do. So is this going to give you a good feel right off the bat how good you guys can be or not?
Yeah. I think it's a great test. We start with great quarterbacks, and there's nothing more you would want to start with. You got to see who you are early. We'd hate to. I was with LA, and we started off 0-4 because we didn't know how good that we were, and we went on to win the next 9 out of 12. Then the next year they ended up going to the playoffs, and we have to jump out fast. We got to know the team that we are. We got to know how good we are. And we got to be able to put that on film. We can't go out there wondering, are we good? Oh, is it because he's Tom Brady? Is it because they're Derek Carr? No, we got to go out there, like I said before, we got to go out there and play our game and allow the game to come to us.
Hey, Tre, Skylar Callan here with Sports Illustrated. You guys got such a young team, obviously. So with not having a preseason, is this a little bit different going into the first week, knowing that you may have to focus a little bit more on yourselves than studying for the opponent, even though you still have to study the opponent's game?
Yeah. I think, like I've just been saying, it's important for us. We got to do our 111. This is a young team, and we've had a limited time to practice and get ready. But that doesn't mean anything. Those are just excuses. So for us, we got to see what's at hand, and we got to attack it face forward. We got to go and know that if we get our jobs executed, we take care of our part, don't allow us to beat ourselves, then, we'll get the job done at the end of the day.
Tre, what's giving you
guys, we have time for 1 or 2 more questions for Tre.
Tre, what's giving you confidence in Troy Pride Jr. just throughout the course of camp?
Yeah, he's a great kid. He's smart. He's willing to learn. He's coachable. He's a guy who you could take to the side, tell him 1 or 2 things, and he goes out there and attacks the next time and does it right. So for me, I take it as those Notre Dame guys. They're smart guys. They're athletic. They can play ball. And, you got to talk to them and allow them to let the game come to them, but at the same time, give them confidence in playing ball at this level. And without no preseason games, again, we're going to need guys to step up now and know that we are a team that, we know our identity. We know how rules getting us to roll, and we just got to put it on film.
Right. In terms of building communication with everybody and all the new faces you have on the defense, is there any kind of advantage having everybody starting on kind of page one and learning at the same time?
Truthfully, you do that every year. I think I don't see any advantage in it. I think so much as, it's good that we're all able to learn on one page. we're all able to take guys underneath our wings and see, hey, did you learn it this way? Oh, I got it written down this way. And guys are responding well. For us, it's about flying around. We've learned something and it's new for all of us, but we got to make sure we fly around. We make the defense ours and we make it a Panthers defense. And, so I think when we're smart, physical, and playing fast, we're unstoppable. We got to get back to that.
Tre, do you think
Joe,
the
we'll
music?
finish up with you for the last question.
Thank you, Preston. Tre, do you think that the noise, the ambient noise, is going to be to such a level that, do you think you're going to be able to hear things like the offensive signals? Do you kind of wonder just sort of how this whole atmosphere might affect everything, including like officials who don't have the home crowd to worry about pleasing anymore?
Yeah. I think it'll be different. It's almost like the bubble. For us, I know that, we got to use it to our advantage. I don't think that the crowd noise will be that loud. I see it kind of like being an XFL game, hearing everything, and you got to use it. If that's what we know is going to happen, we're going to be able to listen to certain cadences, certain checks. I mean, we got to be smart and use them to our advantage. And if that's the case, we know the defense is doing that for our offense. And I don't think it's going to be that loud. We've practiced with the same crowd noise. You're still able to hear a lot. So we hope to pick up on tendencies if we have to.